Good afternoon to everybody on the East Coast. Good morning to everybody on the West Coast. And good evening to everybody else around the world. I'm Patrick Wong. Welcome to part 2 of our workshop this week, the Marketing Automation Workshop. I'm your host. I'm Patrick Wong. I want to thank you guys for joining us today. I see we have a great crowd today. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. What a beautiful audience, and thank you so much. Agile CRM, we're your all-in-one CRM platform. And let me know if anyone has issues right now. I'm trying to see if everybody should see the screen. I think we're good. Basically, the agenda, what we're going to go over today is the Agile CRM Marketing Automation Onboarding Training. The agenda today is why Agile CRM, Marketing Automation in Agile CRM, your in-app training, and the Q&A. These are some things we'll cover. Some of the highlights about Agile CRM, we're an all-in-one CRM. We automate your sales, marketing, and service all in one platform. We're affordable. Free for 2 users. Who could beat that, right? And 3, we're next generation. We're modern, simple, and super fast. So why marketing automation, Agile CRM? Well, for one thing, it's multi-channel. With Agile CRM, marketers can now provide their customers a seamless and prompt experience regardless of channel or device. Businesses can now engage with their customers on a website, mobile device, digital catalog, or through social media. Multi-step. Agile CRM helps you reach out to a potential lead right from the beginning of their interaction and keeps a track of their individual behavior, digital behavior, to gain highly actionable insights. So some things we're going to cover today. We're going to cover the campaigns. We're going to look at triggers. We'll talk about the web engagement along with mobile marketing, social marketing, landing page builder, email builder, web analytics, and reports. Okay, I just put up the dashboard here. This is your familiar dashboard when you first log into Agile CRM. So if you're here for part 1 during the week, we covered the CRM part, the sales part of our platform. And we're going to touch upon some of this later today throughout the demonstration. Some parts are related, so we may have to go back into this later. But today we're going to focus on the marketing platform, the marketing automation here. So these are the specific features involving campaigns, social, web rules, visitors, landing pages, activities, reports. Again, this is all part of the marketing campaign, marketing section of our platform. So we're going to start with the first one, the campaigns. This is what most of you guys are here for when you join our platform. Campaigns, right? So we're going to start a campaign. These are some of the campaigns we already created in the system. But to start the campaign, in the upper right-hand corner here, we're going to click on the Add Campaign button. Now, Agile CRM, we use a drag and drop designer platform. Basically, you define your marketing workflows with an easy drag and drop designer. You can build multi-step marketing campaigns visually in just a few minutes with the Agile CRM marketing automation software. The best way I can describe this is, you know, you're back in school, you were in your math class, and they teach you how to program a robot. They're going to give you this work chart, this workflow to work with, and it's going to resemble a lot like that. When you click on campaigns, you're going to take a look at what type of templates you want to use. We have some pre-built workflows already for you. For example, you may want to send out a general newsletter, perhaps an autoresponder. We have other subjects such as a lead scoring campaign, a social campaign, an A/B test. An A/B test is like you want to send out 2 different types of emails. You want to compare the results and optimize the message. So it's great for testing to see what type of messaging you want to send out to your clients. Other features include the e-commerce and services, including sending email to a group. But for the demonstration today, we're going to use the general and create a general newsletter. So this is the workflow we talked about, and like I mentioned a few moments ago, it's just like your math class, and the first time they try to teach you how to program a robot, and they can say, hey, you need this flow chart. And basically, each step or each node will tell the system what to do for your campaign. Now, we chose the newsletter one, and the first thing it's going to do is going to say, hey, send a newsletter, right? So in this newsletter is basically your email, basically the brochure you're going to send. You can insert subjects first in the info section. For example, type in a subject. I could change the subject to what's happening this week with our company, right? And one of the main features that we have here is that you can actually schedule what time the email will go out. So using an email scheduler to send important emails to your clients at the optimal time on the day you choose, we automatically adjust for time zone and other factors. So one of the things you'll see here is that you can actually click the time zone. I'm in New York. I'm just going to pick America, New York, for example. I can send it any day of the week, or Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, Saturday through Sunday. We try to think of all the scenarios we can. So let's say I'm okay with sending out a brochure and email Monday through Friday, right? Let's say 9 a.m. So our system will send it on this day, on any one of these days that I'm proposing here, right? Now, some of you guys are looking here and say, hey, Patrick, what's this track clicks about, right? So in the campaign, one of the features is that, hey, we offer email tracking, right? You want to know who opens your email. You want to see statistics on email opens and clicks. You can even use a custom URL to track contact actions and increase conversions in the future. So there's 3 different types of choices, but basically everyone, if you just put yes, you basically got all your bases covered. You can be more specific, like you only want to track emails, or you want to just push out the cookie to track the website visiting. But I find you just hit yes, this will cover all your preferences here. Okay. One of the things I do want to mention is that we're going to talk about the brochure here just quickly, because the landing page, not the landing page, the template builder that we have in here when you're building, we have different templates that you want to offer, that we offer to help build out your campaign. I want everyone to just take a look here real quickly. You see, when you click on HTML, you can click on HTML, select the template load from editor, and we actually offer a full selection of templates you can use here to build your campaigns. You can click templates, because I just mentioned by default they pick a template for you, but you probably want to use something else a lot of times. So if you click on templates here, click OK, you can see a full selection of templates that we have, including any email templates you may have created. Later on, we're going to go back into the marketing, the management, the client management part of the platform, and take a look at the email templates to show you how to build one of these, right? But we also have a lot of general Agile templates that we built for these newsletters. So you can see here, if you like any of these, you can feel free and select them. Clicking into your editor. And edit as well. Also, some of you guys are wondering, well, what if I don't like them? Can I bring in my own templates? Absolutely, you can. Agile CRM will allow you to create your own as well. And you can create your own, or you can bring in the coding and copy and paste it here. Quick issue about the template I want to discuss real quickly as well. Some of you guys are going to ask me is, hey, where do I find these templates from? Can I get some free ones out there on the internet? You definitely can. If you have Microsoft Office, they have a selection of templates you can choose from. If you look in, they have Microsoft Word templates in the subject category of letters and advertising and stuff like that. You can find a template there. You can even use free tools like Word to HTML coding. It will convert it for you, and here you can take a look to see these templates will help. But again, we offer a full selection though. We have our pre-built templates, both email and newsletters. You can feel free to select from these as well. Okay, now let's talk about some of the other functionalities that we offer here at Agile CRM. You see a whole selection here of icons you can use. For example, wait. You want the campaign to wait a couple of days before it does the next step, or score in case you want to give them a score to raise their the quality of the automation. But let's click Add More here and discuss some of the features more in detail. If you click the Add More button, you'll see a full list of the different nodes that we offer, different steps you can do in a campaign. If you click in mobile, for example, we can send an SMS personalization message. You could basically automatically personalize your messages with a variety of custom SMS fields, including first name, last name, location, and company. Personal message, get a higher response rate at times. It depends on also your packages as well. We have Twilio and Pilvio that you can send messages to. You have to pick one. But yeah, a lot of times these personal messages do get a higher response. It's more personable, right? It goes to somebody's cell phone. Somebody sees a message from you and says, hey, I can send out a message. But notice currently I do not have the gateway here integrated, but if I did, it will show me the choices I can do. One of the other things we can work on is automatic lead scoring, right? You want to help qualify your leads, right? Score leads automatically based on their actions, including things like email opens, link clicks, website browsing, and more. You run campaigns based on lead scores and get real-time alerts about the hottest leads. scoring. You want to know the quality of your scores, right? So you can actually assign scores to every one of your contacts that does a specific action. For example, I could say I want to assign 5 points. Okay. So we're going to demonstrate how the score works. Let's say I'm going to say, hey, did this person open this email? I'm going to wait 7 days. It could be 7 hours or 7 minutes, but for this demonstration, you can customize a lot of these nodes as well. So I'm going to create a step here called open, right? I'm going to check to see if this person opened my letter. If they did, remember earlier we had the settings for tracking right here. I hit yes here, so our system will keep track if they opened the email. If they opened it, I'm going to give them a score of 5 points. And just like that, I got my first part of my campaign coming up. We have other things too. We have an integrated sales automation. You can actually add a deal note, for example. So once the lead is qualified, Agile CRM could automatically create deals and assign them to the right sales rep. Define your sales process and keep sales and marketing automatically aligned 24/7. So I can even choose an add deal note here and create a deal. I'm just going to click in some values just for this demonstration. There's other tabs you can also click on as well, more details. I'm going to choose a new track, deal source. Let's say it's a referral, and I'm going to choose the contact owner. Let's pick on my coworker there, make him do the sales call, right? I can put in the description, new deals coming in. Notice also each of our nodes has a help section. If anytime you get confused, just click here. It will help explain what this node does. Okay. I'm going to connect this deal as well. Let's go back and cover some of the other features that we offer. So we also offer real-time alerts. For example, real-time notifications allow you to keep track of, keep up with events by instantly telling you when your customer opens your email or when they click on the link in the email in the Agile CRM interface. So for example, some of the real-time alerts, right? We just covered the open one, right? But I just described the URL link here. So let's say in that email, right, there's a link that I want to specifically check on. They click it. Or a website doesn't even have to be the email, actually. I could just, as long as I have the cookies in that system, I could just double check it here. I could type in a URL, for example. Did they check agilecrm.com/contacts? I want this to be the exact match. I'm going to give them 7 days to click us. And hey, if they did, I'll know. And I'll have another choice. It'll be yes and no question. Perhaps I want to follow up with something else. What do I want to do, right? Let's say if they click on it, I can say, hey, maybe I could send them another newsletter. Maybe this time I'm going to send them a more personalized one. Instead of a brochure, I'm going to pick something from my email template. We're going to cover the email templates later on today. I'm going to pick one here. Let's say, hello, how you doing? I'm going to save this one. Click save here. Oh, it wants me to name it. Sorry about that. Save here. So what you're seeing here is a lot of saving from me. I just want you to know that you have to hit 3 different spots to save in a newsletter, and I want to just point that out one more time. So if you're editing a newsletter, right, you have to make these 3 critical saves. I'm going to save it here in the text. So open up the editor. This is my first save. This is my second save. And when I'm done, I have to save the campaign. If I don't do these 3 saves, I'm going to lose all my work, so make sure to do the exact same thing. So I'm going to connect the node here. This is a pretty nice campaign so far we got going. So basically, let's review. I'm going to start a newsletter campaign. I'm going to send them a newsletter. I'm going to use the real-time alerts to open, right? And I'm going to use some integrated automatic scoring system, score them 5 points if they open it, right? I'm going to use the integrated sales automation, add a deal, right? Going back to the real-time alerts, see if they opened the URL visited, if they checked out any of the links in the email or website. And then if they did, I'm going to send them another follow-up email. I could also name this email also. I should point that out. I don't have to use the default settings. I could type in follow-up email. So just a quick question. Some of you guys are probably wondering, well, Patrick, what about the no side? What do I do if they don't answer on the no side? Well, there's a couple of things you can do, right? I can tag them, for example. Maybe a tag that said no response. Right? Maybe I want to move them to a different campaign. Suppose you're in the marketing business, marketing cars, for example, right? You may want to put them in a different campaign in case they don't answer you. We just make up business, but let's just say we have a great utility here. It's called Transfer Campaign. A lot of people love it. I can add this and then transfer them to a different campaign. So let's say if it's not successful, they did not open this newsletter. Well, I'll tag them as they didn't open, and I'll transfer them to that other campaign. Maybe I'll get them later. Okay. Don't forget, we're going to have to save the campaign, name it and save it. So we're going to do the marketing automation workshop. And I'll hit save. Okay, when you save a campaign, you can start the campaign right away by manually adding the contacts. These are the people you want to include in the campaign, or you can create a trigger. We'll cover the trigger. We're about to bounce in a trigger, but I want to show you guys how to manually add just in case. You can start someone in a campaign without having to come into your campaign section. If you already created a campaign, you can start one at any time. But if you've just finished a campaign, you can, let's say, highlight this list here and then click Add to Campaign. System will ask you which campaign you want to send them, right? We just finished the marketing automation workshop, and we can click Add. If I click Add here, everyone on that list I just checked will be in this campaign. But you can also start it separately as well, right? Let's say you log in later in the day. You say, hey, I just created a new contact here. We're going to cover the CRM quickly. We're just going to type in a contact, Joe Smith. So let's say I've got a new contact named Joe Smith. We just added him. He wasn't adding that campaign, though, that you sent earlier in the day. But, hey, I can cover Joe right now. I just created him. I could click the Campaigns tool here, click Add Joe to a campaign, and I could add Joe to our marketing automation workshop that we created earlier. So there's many ways we can cover this, right? So I just want to cover back to the mobile marketing for a second. Some of you guys may be wondering about that. You do need one of the services like Twilio or Privio to cover the SMS features. I'm just going to click into the integrations here, look into the SMS. So one of these two services, if I click on my name avatar, click on admin settings, go to integrations, and then SMS, I can see there's Twilio and Privio. I hope I'm pronouncing those names right. Some of you guys may know Twilio had an IPO today. Any of you guys working for Twilio, congratulations on the IPO. Great news there. And basically, with these SMS, again, you can personalize your messages, a variety of custom SMS fields, including first name, last name, locations, and companies. And like I said, a lot of them do get a higher response rate. Okay. So let's talk about the web rules next. And on the web rules, on the left-hand side, we're going back to the marketing stage now. So we just basically briefly touched on the CRM here. We'll go back to the web rules real quick. One of the marketing automation features we offer here is web rules. And basically, these are the pop-ups to visitors on your website. We allow you to create pop-ups, and basically someone visits a certain page on your site, right? A pop-up will show up, either asking for information or capture leads, right? And so you can basically show appropriate messages. You could show targeted web pop-ups to greet visitors, recommend products, answer questions, or share a discount, right? Get the most out of your visits, your visitors on your website by keeping these web leads engaged. So we're going to create one just to show you some of the templates that the web rules have. You create one here, you'll see that we have a bunch of templates. So what I did was, again, I click web rules, and I click add web rule. And I'll get access to all the different templates we offer. We have email forms, we have confirmations, we have information, we have surveys, for example. Just some most common ones, for example, the sign up today. You may want to choose a pop-up that says, hey, let me get you're interested, want more information, what's your name, email address. And then when you click into to create it, all you have to do is basically name it. This is the marketing automation workshop. I'll point the web page I want it to. want to pop up on. I mean, point to the web page I wanted to pop up on. And I could change the coding in here, some of the wordings. Like you saw some of the Agile wording. You have to look through the coding here, but some of the coding, of course, won't apply to you. You can go in here, for example, this part, Agile is all you need today, right? Not really the text you want to use. You can change that yourself to something else, like my company has what you're looking for. Just an example. And then you can actually change where you want to show it. Center of the web page, right bottom or left center, left bottom. Sorry about that. And when to show, whether immediately after a certain time on a starting scroll, on reaching the end of the page, or when they're about to exit. So basically, you can engage your visitors, right? You can engage them with these pop-ups and reach out to them. There's another way you can also reach out to. We have a couple of things you can look at as well. Another choice besides the web rules is web forms, right? You can create these custom forms and basically engage users that way. So if the pop-up idea may not be to your flavor, you can create a web form for them. Basically, these web forms will help capture leads and automatically push them into a marketing campaign if you use a trigger. We'll cover trigger right after this part because this is probably the most appropriate parts, and then we'll go into the trigger next. So let's take a look at the forms here first. We'll click Manage Forms, right? I'm going to add a form. We have a couple ones that are pre-created already, a short form and a long form. And you can choose, let's choose this long one, for example, right? And basically, you can do a lot with these forms. You can add more fields, right? I can choose different boxes and buttons to pick. I can, as easy as pulling it right into the form where you want to place it, and buttons. But for our demonstration, I'll stick with this current form, right? You click into them. You just want to make sure that these are the fields you want. For example, I don't want a first name. It's a nickname. I can change the wordings here, the label and the placeholder. And it changes to nickname. But I could change it to first name. Let's change it back to first name. Now, one of the things that the forms is really helpful with is that it maps into your contact section of Agile CRM. So going back to the contact section, the CRM part for a second. Early in the week when we covered the CRM, or a couple of weeks ago, we talked about custom fields. And basically, Agile can map a specific form to a specific contact field. So for example, we're choosing first name. You want to make sure it maps to a first name field in Agile CRM. So they click here. You see it maps to Agile. So when they fill out this form, everything's mapping perfectly. So for example, first name, last name maps to last name. Emails goes to email. Let's say this phone was something different, right? A question like, what are your dance skills? Just to be silly. If you have a custom field right here, you can actually go in here and choose it. So I'll just use custom field 1. I'm just going to assume I know what that means, dance skills, and save it. Another great thing you can do, every form you can name it, and not just name it, but you can tag these forms as they come in. So for example, I can change it from contact us to reach out to us, and then tag them as new potential subscribers. Let's save this form here. Bear with us. Sometimes it looks like a little slow load here. So I can speed up a little bit. Okay, well, if it loaded up properly, sorry, but there seems to be an issue with the loading here. Give me one moment and just double check something. Let me just reset the connection here. Let me see if that helps it. Sorry about the delay there, guys. Thank you so much. So I got one of the landing pages. So let's say the landing page we created, right? Out of the form that we created. I'm sorry about that. To reach out to us, right? If you touch it, you'll see that there's a little icon on the right, this double arrow icon. And again, thank you so much for bearing with us during that load issue. Click on that icon. You can have 4 different code managers I can do to get this form on the screen. I can use the permanent link, the embed code, the iframe version, or the full source code. So any one of these, I can embed the forms right into our system, and that way I can get some of the web engagement going on our platform as well. Okay. Now let's talk about triggers, because we talked about sending out the emails, we talked about sending out the marketing campaigns, we talked about getting some leads coming in through pop-ups and landing pages, right? But we have a way where we can actually have the system automatically send it out to you, and that's triggers. So basically, triggers are the predefined conditions set up by you, and if the condition is met, you can choose an action to follow it using workflow automation. We're going to manage one of the triggers here. Click on Manage Triggers in the upper right-hand corner. And basically, the triggers we're going to use to target the marketing campaigns using these custom conditions. And we could use things like new tags, a particular score, lead score, or new lead. Basically, triggers can be used for both contacts as well as companies. In our demonstration here, we're going to click the Add Trigger here, right? And remember, we just created that form called Reaching Out to Us, and we mentioned that it will be integrated automatically into Agile CRM. Well, I can use that form that we just used to run a campaign right away. So anyone that fills out this form, I'm going to run a campaign on, and this is our marketing automation workshop. Anyone that submits a form, we're going to pick that form, Reach Out to Us, and we're going to run it on our marketing automation workshop, and we're going to save this trigger. So anyone using that form will get it. I want to point out one last thing, just a side note. You must make sure that you have a specific script running, a tracking code, to get all this magic to work with the forms, the web rules, the landing page. If you look on your avatar upper right-hand corner where your name is, click Admin Settings, go to API Analytics, go to Analytics Code. You'll see you have a tracking code with the web rules enabled. You have to use this particular coding. Have your tech team member post it into the body of the pages you want it to take effect in. Sometimes I heard it works in the footer as well. Some people put in the footer and they don't have any issues with that. But definitely there are multiple ways, right? You can put it in footer or the body. Body is the preferred way, but the footer you can also try as well. And what this does is once you put this code in, it also opens other parts of our web engagement area. For example, right, you can engage in the visitors section too. For example, every day once you have the code working, you'll see anonymous web visitors on your page. You can basically see who's here. This includes known contacts as well. Anybody you have in your contacts here, if they receive the cookies, they visit your site, you have the tracking code set up, you can see them in here as well. You'll see, like, for example, if Joe Smith is looking at your website. So I'll get you an example real quick of somebody with some web stats. Here you go. So you see here, the visitor section will actually show you what the web stats are. You also could do this individually for each contact. I just kind of cheated. I went to contacts because my demo page didn't have that. I just clicked on somebody. And, you know, they have the cookies. We have the tracking code set up. You can actually see what page they visited on the site recently. Okay? other things you can look at, landing pages. So we had the web pages, the web rules, the pop-ups. We had the forms, right? You can also use landing pages as well. We have a great selection of templates for landing pages. So these are a little bit more detailed. It's a combination of both, right? You have the pop-ups, which basically pop up to engage your client on a specific page, right? Then you have forms where it's just a little page, but you can get more detail here. You can do a landing page. Agile CRM will give you the ability to create a landing page as well. We have some great templates. You can choose between great pre-designed templates, edit them, change images, finish and create these awesome landing pages, right? And you can style it as well. So let's just pick one for this demonstration. So while this is loading up, I'm just going to tell you more about it. It's a drag and drop designer. It's a lot like the campaign we were building earlier. It's the same drag and drop simplicity as much as the other parts of the marketing automation workflow. Basically, Agile's landing page builder turns anyone to a cutting-edge web designer. You don't need any coding skills. You just change the look and feel of the new landing pages with just a couple of clicks. So we saw the selection of free templates. We offer a great selection, but even better, you can easily add the web forms to capture lead and trigger marketing automation campaigns. You grow your email list, you can engage your customers and increase conversion with these landing pages built using the all-in-one sales and marketing app. So you take a look at the design here, very popular design, right? And remember we built the forms earlier. Well, we can add an element here. And I could choose the Agile forms. Remember we used the reach out to us here, and I could easily pull it into a section. I guess I could put it there, but I guess I'm just going to put it right at the bottom here. Let's see. I'm just trying to find a spot that looks I'm not a designer, right? But basically, you want to make sure that every landing page our customer build is responsive, mobile responsive. These landing pages will help you modify elements for different displays as well. You could basically go up here, and you can choose different elements to modify for different displays. Like, for example, the mobile, tablet, laptop, phones, right? I can sit here and take a look and click on any one of these to see what it looks like. I'm not a designer. I just picked a spot that I'm just basically trying to fit in here and just make it work for this demo. But, obviously you have to work on this a little bit more than spending 2 seconds on trying to just throw the web form in here. But it's a great way to engage. You can imagine somebody comes in here, they can fill out the web form, and then, the information goes right into Agile CRM. We also have the code editor here, so you can click on the code editor. Basically, if you're eager to modify your landing page code directly, our code editor lets you edit the HTML, CSS, or the JSS for your new landing page. So you can basically take a look at the coding here. In different formats. So basically, responsive design, code editor, we do have it here, adding the forms directly. Basically, you choose what you want to do using a simple drag and drop format, our customized designing abilities, and the total features of this landing page to build that specific page you're looking for. Okay. We're going to take a look at some of the web analytics here. Basically, we've done a lot of work here, believe it or not. We added a code, the tracking code to the system. We're going to start tracking our visitors, right? We basically started doing the automation, the campaigns. We built some web rules and the pop-ups. We created a landing page. We created some forms. We put some forms in the landing pages, right? So now it's all about the analytics. You want to see, get some valuable insight into customer activity on the platform. So we offer contact level analytics, and basically you can analyze customers' interests and web engagement patterns with activity reports, timelines, and real-time alerts. So remember that contact we looked at earlier, and we're just going to pick on this guy again because I found him right away. In this demo here, right, you can see I could look at the timeline to see if Mr. Atia opened any emails that we sent to him, what web pages he may have visited. And so anytime I look in the contact, we're talking about the CRM automation part again. Here, if I look at the timeline, click here, I can click on the stats. And if I want, I could also generate some reports. On the left-hand toolbar, I can click into Reports section. And I could obtain metrics about email marketing emails. I know the number of emails sent, open, unique, total clicks, and total clicks as well, right? So I could take a look at here, for example, and see what kind of activities they may have done. Contact activities, for example. See all their activities. Page views, I can look at their email opens. I can look at the email clicks, their unsubscription, including any spam reports or hard bounces or soft bounces, very helpful, right? And don't forget page visits and time on site. So with the analytics, right, just like here, you can actually get detailed web analytics reports for all of your customers. Know what pages they're interested in, the time spent, right, on each page, their location. Maybe you get even some of the buying preferences from looking at that page. Basically, you could create tailor-made offers and increase conversion with these powerful analytics. And they're all free as part of your account. So you could basically look at these contacts, see what they're looking at, learn what they're looking at, and then kind of tailor your campaigns towards it. Okay. Something important I want to cover as well, this goes back to the CRM where we're talking about web analytics here, right? We also have dashlets you can create. If you go back to the dashboard, you can add different dashlets. And these are slices of additional information for your analytics, your web analytics, and your reports as well. You can go into the dashlet and choose some different categories. So for example, if I want to see what emails they open, if I click under activities, I can see maybe the activity overviews for our clients in general. Some of our campaign stats, campaign status, you see the different graphs we have. And then user activities, for example, I could definitely do it. I could then just add them to the site. I could choose, for example, if I click add, I can choose a dashboard, a contact, the deal page, any pages that I want, add these contacts. And they're customizable. So once they're loaded in, for example, I look at my my contacts page here, right? A lot of them I could touch and change the duration. So for example, right now I have it for the last 30 days. I could change it to this week and save it, see if I open any emails from me this week. System reload, and I can check out some of these dashlets for this week as well. They're all customizable. You can drag and drop them a lot like all the other drag and drop that you've been seeing today, like our campaigns with a simple drag and drop feature. And now you guys are probably wondering, he probably forgot about the email builder. We talked about it, we touched upon it, but we've got to go back to it like I promised you guys. Back in the upper right-hand corner where your avatar name is, remember, go to Preferences and go to Email Templates. Now remember, we talked about the campaigns. You can build a specific template that you want to do, right? But we also have the drag and drop email builder, and basically with email marketing, while email marketing has always been a seamless process in Agile CRM, previous version of the email builder had some of these elements of drag and drop, but this new enhanced version, it includes not just new templates, but you also have brand new email design blocks and a more streamlined process for previewing and testing emails before sending them. So if I choose custom here, I will have that drag and drop email builder like you saw in the landing page builder, for example. And from our marketing automation workflow to our landing page builder, we're dedicated to making your sales and marketing tools easy to use so you can get back to business. It's all about, all this all happens with Agile's email marketing CRM. So what I can do is I can build my own message, right? I can add a title. I can add an image. I could do 3-column text. So when I want to click in and edit, for example, upload a picture, I work on it here on the right side. So let's say I want to do a picture quickly. See if I can get a logo up, let's say. I could have picked a better picture, but I'm looking at the time here, and I know people have questions to ask, so I'm just going to breeze through this part. But look, I can click in here as well. I could change the buttons. I could change the title. Again, I'm not a designer here, right? But I could definitely build my own ones. And again, I don't want to forget about the templates, right? We've got these great pre-designed templates that you can also work with as well. You could basically edit the text, change the image, finish creating these awesome newsletters. Style your newsletters around your company's colors and themes. And the layouts and pre-designed templates will give you a much-needed head start for your email campaigns. Users can customize them as per the requirements, and they don't need any programming skills. Agile's email marketing software makes designing templates a simple and easy job. Like I said, we have a lot of ones already pre-created, 7 here so far. I could pick it. And make changes. Because don't forget, it's also about email personalization, right? You want to add a personal touch to your emails automatically. Personalized emails with a contact name, a company, location, interest, and more. Or send a coupon, add something in here, right? You want to add like a coupon, perhaps an image and text link, right? I should probably choose a better one. Let me see if I can choose just like I could upload coupons, 2 coupons here, and do something like this week only, get 25% off your next purchase with this coupon. Right, and then I could click in this one for this week only, get an additional 10% off of your purchase with this coupon. Double stack your coupons with us. Something like that. I'm just going to give that as a demonstration. Now, I know you guys could probably do much better ones, but you know, it's a pretty good way to double check. So don't forget, personalized email templates here and your preferences. Email templates. I can click here, this little icon here to pull out our choices for the marketing. So you have campaigns. You can send out the campaigns, manage your campaigns and triggers here, just to summarize, right? Web rules, these are your pop-ups, right? You create great pop-ups here. Choose from email forms, confirmation forms, scheduling forms, survey forms, landing pages, a lot like the pop-ups, but actually dedicated pages where you can create nice designs that people will land on. Actually go to the site, you can put the forms here as well, and customize forms back in the landing page. Click on Manage Forms. You can manage your forms here. Build and customize forms that match what you're looking for. Use them separately or as part of the landing page. And then reports, right? Get the great reports that you have to stay on top of all your activities, including going into your contacts for more analytics. Timelines, any notes you may have added, campaigns you may have put them into, and web stats. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we're always here for you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm going to go to the Q&A in a second, but just in case some of us you guys have to leave, you could reach out and contact us at any time. Our email address is care@agilecrm.com. Our phone number is 1-800-980-0729.